Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Evening Political Rumbles. Here in News Inquest TV, I remain the host anchor Chigozie Ejogu. In today's highlight, we shall be looking at fundamental issues, of course, in recent unfoldings with respect to the, of course, political sphere and of course, the interest brokers and so many events and so many reactions from different quarters. Of recent is of course, the statement by the national leader of the People Progressive Congress in the person of Senator Alhaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who has maintained, of course, his position to have been the kingmaker over the years and now is interested in the kingship. Well, we shall be looking at his position, which he has maintained unequivocally that, of course, without his person, Buhari wouldn't have been in the position where he enjoyed as the president of Nigeria. It was his, of course, Maradona in politics that gave Muhammadu Buhari the opportunity, after having contested for about 5 times and lost out for the 5th time, or rather the 4th time, but he has to, of course, secure victory with the collaboration of the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But in recent time, he has become, of course, more restive, if I may say, and not clear of what his political future stands to be, especially now he believes he has contributed to the making of several governors, and more importantly, that has to do with the position of the presidency in the person of Muhammadu Buhari. And he also, of course, claimed or alleged to have implanted or given Osinbajo the opportunity to become the vice president. He, to his own claim, said that this is my right, and I gave my right to Osinbajo, who, of course, is now challenging my position of becoming the president of Nigeria by also indicating interest after all I have done for him. Could this be another drama, so to say? We are yet, of course, to see the end to this. What becomes your own reaction? I may want to hear your own position in respect to this. If he claims that he has done so much and he deserves to become the Nigerian president, under what premise can he establish such claim? And if at all anything transpires between President Muhammadu Buhari and Ahmed Bola Tinubu, well, that is their personal negotiations or agreement. It is not binding to over 200 million people, who, of course, needed to go to the pool to decide who becomes the next president of Nigeria, should Nigeria remains as an indivisible entity comes the year 2023, because issues and circumstances suggest, especially now that the Nigeria state is tilting towards a failed state, where, of course, you understood that the essence or primary essence of governance is to protect life and property, and the government of this day has failed in that primary objective, which by all indication, of course, presupposes that Nigeria is at the verge of collapsing. But should that not happen too soon. What do you think could be the fate of Ahmed Bola Tinubu? Now, could you, of course, consider his lamentation as a total uncertainty, or the sign of restlessness, uncertainty in ensuring that he becomes, or he lives out his expectation of becoming the next Nigerian president? Could he be aware of expressing his disappointment that, oh, possibly there is a gang up, or of course to push him out of the scheme of events? Or is he trying to get the sympathy of his followers, or of course the gullible ones who might want to empathize with him? On what basis? We have not forgotten too soon if he claims really that he, of course, single-handedly masterminded the presidency of Buhari, or he single-handedly made Muhammad Buhari. What is message actually is he trying to pass to Nigerians? That he could not be absorbed of the complicity. Of course, where we are today and what has happened to Nigeria today simply means that he is the architect of our problem, of course, for having taken Nigeria to such a abysmal decline in government, in economic, and virtually all aspects of our life. Is it trying to tell Nigeria that he is responsible for the calamity and war? Of course, for the misgovernance and mishap, the insecurity and the killings, the lack of competence on the part of this administration, which is very clear to all. What message actually is it trying to let us know? Of course, for me, I think these lamentations or his statements at this time is not calculated, it's not well calculated and articulated. Could this, of course, hamper the possibility of course, the teeming population of Nigerian to vote against him should he eventually, of course, clinch the flag bearer of the APC in the and in the primaries that is just about few days from now. These are fundamental issues, very critical, analytical issues that we must bring to fore. What exactly does Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu wants the people to know, and how do you expect, of course, the sympathy of the people to be swing, of course, in his own favor, or rather than, of course, keeping moods and engaging in the primaries and know what exactly should be the outcome of the primaries? He took to media to, of course, express for me what I think is not necessary at this time. Please, if you're watching me for the first time, I would want, of course, you to encourage me by subscribing and, of course, sharing our videos so that we can serve you better. We have, of course, very interesting moment with you, and would want, of course, to have a more broader view so that everyone can enjoy this entertainment and, of course, very responsible and most analytical dimension of the political happenings within the Nigerian sphere, and the actors, of course, playing this role. Well, it was learned that Muhammadu Buhari, who left for for a foreign mission, will be back, of course, either today or tomorrow to the state, and eventually he will be greeted with this message from Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Possibly we anticipate his reaction towards this, and what would be the permutation. Could this pronouncement by Ahmed Bola Tinubu be to his own advantage, or could it possibly, of course, hamper his chances of course, of clinching to the APC presidential ticket? Well, this Amore intends to, of course, bring your way in few hours or a few days from now. But we are promising that we'll keep on updating you on the latest happenings within and across Nigeria and sub-African regions. We want also you to stay tuned and be optimistic that we are here to serve you and to get to discuss more about this issue, possibly in the next edition, or as we progress. Of course, I shall be bringing more, national people who will want to discuss the national issues that borders on not just APC as a party, but of course you understand that Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar is now the PDP flag bearer, and possibly P2B might emerge as the flag bearer for the Labour Party. This is more an interesting moment in the history of Nigerian politics and the history of Nigerian life as a nation. Well, amidst all these glamours, political glamours, people tends to be distracted by the realities on ground. Could the election goes on, or be allowed to go on in the face of these current realities, in the face of insecurity, in the face of course, economic mishaps, where, of course, everybody seems to have lost direction. The government itself has no clue on what to do, on how to, of course, arrest the insecurity which have driven almost everybody mad. People are restive and apprehensive of what becomes the fate of this country in few days to go, because people are no longer safe and not having that sense of security or, of course, nationhood. We are more divided than ever, and whatever comes, of course, out of this will not be a surprise, because there are several clamors and agitations across the length and breadth. Of course, the Biafran, they are there to maintain their position, and the Oduduwas are there, of course, which I believe their position will not be far from the truth if with the latest or current happenings, and they feel to have been sidelined. They feel they are not better off after 60 years of independence. And should they demand for a separate nation, a separate state, which is the fundamental right of everyone, as enshrined, of course, in the United Nations Charter of Fundamental Rights of the People. And I believe that these are more intriguing and exciting information will be unfolding on this political rumbles. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe, because we anticipate that by the end of July we shall be hitting the 1,000 subscribers, and that is possible with you. That is possible with everyone. That is possible when you share our videos and continue to like our videos. We love you, and we intend to serve you better. Until we meet some other time, I remain Chigozie Ndebo. God bless you and remain blessed.